Hello? What are you doing in my house? You wanted to hear a story at 3 a.m. in the morning? Will you excuse me for just 1 second? I need to make a phone call. Hello? Cops? Yeah, I got a crazy person in my house. Says he wants to hear a story. You'll be here in 20 minutes? Alright. Well, while we wait for the cops to show up, I might as well tell you a story. I'll tell you the story of when I ran away as a kid. It was the winter of '98. I was in class one day. My teacher was going on about some piece of plastic that males put over their genitals to keep girls from having babies. I didn't understand it one bit, and neither did anybody else. At that moment, I realized something. School was boring as fuck. So, I decided to run away. I took my lunchbox, I filled it with a sandwich and a pack of fruit snacks, and I took one step out of my front door, and I realized something. It was cold as fuck outside. So, I waited a few more months until it got warmer. This time, I was just a bit smarter, so this time, I packed my lunchbox with a sandwich and 2 things of fruit snacks. And after that, I commenced with running away. Unfortunately, I was a rather heavier child, so I walked away instead. It still got me just as far. My journeys took me far and wide. Across the street, a few blocks away, good times. I stumbled across a few sleeping people. I do believe they were sleeping. They had very sharp sippy cups in their hands with numbers on the side. And at that moment, I felt it was time to have just a little lunch. So, I took my sandwich out of my lunchbox, I cut it in half. Yes, I did have a knife with me. I did come prepared. So, I decided to have a little bit of their Kool-Aid. I knew they wouldn't mind because I would tell their mommies and daddies that they spilled it all over the ground. So, I knew I wouldn't get in trouble. So, after I was done eating, I packed up and continued on my journey. I found a very large building. I believe it was a house. It had a pointed top to it. It was very gray, though, and there weren't many windows. The door was locked, but I found my way in. I scraped myself up very badly. My knee never hurt so badly in my life as I scraped it on a clear piece of material. I found out later it was glass, and it gave me an infection, but I didn't mind. So, in the building, there were these rectangular bundles of sugar. I don't know why they were there, but I decided to have a few. It didn't taste anything like sugar. In fact, it didn't taste like anything I've ever had in my life before. But it didn't taste bad, so I just kept on eating it. Some of it even went up my nose, but I didn't feel any difference. I was very tired after that, so I decided to fall asleep on that sugar. It was every little boy's dream to fall asleep on a big thing of sugar, so nighty time I went. I woke up the next morning in my bed. I didn't know how I got there. I went downstairs and asked my parents what had happened. They told me to never speak of it again, so I listened. Oh look, the cops are here. Now get the fuck out of my house, scumbag.